episode of Community Corner. In this series, we focus on great work being done by people and organizations in Northern Nevada that make it such a wonderful place to live and work in. I'm Angelica Reyes, your host, and today I'm here with Cindy Allen, the project manager of the Nevada Youth Empowerment Project. Hi, Cindy. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me here.
So tell us a little bit about the Nevada Youth Empowerment Project.
So the Nevada Youth Empowerment Project, we provide housing to young women in our community who are at risk of being homeless or are currently homeless. We work with young women between the ages of 18 and 24. While they're in our program, we obviously provide housing. That's an easy one. And then we teach life skills. And then they can work on their goals, whatever they may be, while they're living there.
Now, I was a little surprised to know that this is the second home that you have for this project. I've been to the first one before. Tell us a little bit about this particular home that we're in at today.
So this home here, this is for our graduates of our program. So our Clp program, which is our community living program, which you've already seen. Mm-hmm. Most residents stay there on average between 9 and 18 months. And so once they successfully complete our program, they would be given the option to move into our affordable housing site, which is here. Super awesome. And basically they can continue pursuing whatever goals that they're working on. So if they're working on like their education or they have employment goals, they have kind of more affordable rent while they're living here, and obviously still the support of our staff.
And I love that you do still offer that support even after their first year of being with the other house.
Absolutely.
I love it. So tell us a little bit about some of maybe the success stories that you've had. Anyone in particular or any stories that you'd like to share?
In terms of this being our graduate house, I think every girl that lives here currently is one of our success stories. So they were all residents who came into our program, successfully met their goals, education and otherwise. And now they're all living here. They're all students. They're all people who are working in the community. And what I'm most proud of for our residents is that most of these residents currently either work or volunteer for the Nevada Youth Empowerment Project.
And I love some of the stories that you were telling me earlier. Please share that with our members, because I know they would love to hear some of those success stories of after they've graduated with the program.
So one of our residents comes in and she teaches a self-defense class. So that's kind of a hobby that she really got into while she was living at NYEP, and then now she's an instructor. So she shares that with our current residents who are there. And then as far as volunteering and stuff, I think the girls in our program, our graduates, they bring an immense amount of knowledge, right? Because they were there. And so they can look at our residents and be like, hey man, like I was you.
I totally understand, right?
Yeah, I totally understand. And they kind of have that reference point. And so I think they're just invaluable to our program. And I'm so incredibly proud of that. I mean, I'm proud of them anyways for everything that they do. But to see that they have so much belief in our program and they see what it did for them in their own lives, they want to give that back to other girls. And I think that's one of the things that I'm most proud of myself. I've been with the organization for about 10 years now. And I think one of the things that's really cool about NYEP is we're truly a family. We're not an organization. Like I was telling you, our residents have seen my kids grown up. And it's changed my life. It changes the life of the girls that are here. And then not only do they have the support of the staff, they have this huge network of NYEP girls that have completed the program. They're out in the community, they're doing things, and they want to help the girls that are there now.
I do love that you get a lot of community support for this organization as well. So awesome. I'm sure it's really inspiring when you have people within our community coming to volunteer. I know it's a little different right now with, our COVID precautions, but I'm sure having the interactions or having, some of our community reach out, that it's really nice for them as well.
Absolutely. So that's another cool aspect of the program is that we do have volunteers that will come in and they teach classes or they offer mentorship for our residents. They will offer their professional experience. For me as a staff member, I know it's a little different. It's just, you can't help but feel the love. You know what I mean? It's like when you have your own kids, it takes a village, right? Like no one does it on their own. And I feel like that's kind of what NYEP does. I feel like really gushy saying that, but it really is what NYEP does. It truly is like a family where you have all of these people who come in, whether it's like volunteers that are like, hey, like here's my professional experience, or I have experience as a parent and I want to give that to you. As a staff member, I'm so thankful for that. So.
Oh, I love hearing all those stories, as I'm sure our membership does as well. So tell us a little bit about where do you see it going, or what do you want to see in the future for the Nevada Youth Empowerment Project?
I think there are so many amazing things that we can do and ways that we can grow in terms of housing, in terms of our CLP program, sharing that with the community. And then just looking at, what our residents are doing in the community, you know what I mean? And programs that they have to help people. So I think the opportunity for growth is exponential for sure.
That's great. So what do you, I know right now it's a little tricky with the volunteerism part of it. How could some of our members or even the community still help out and feel it like they're supporting you?
Absolutely. So I think monetary donations are always helpful, of course. But if they're looking for other ways that they'd like to help, they can check out our website, which is NYEP, so NYEP.org. There are ways to get involved, so that's the tab you want to click on. If you're interested in volunteering or learning more about the program, they can absolutely reach directly out to me. I'm happy to work with someone to find a good volunteer fit for them. Truly, I think anyone who has the opportunity to volunteer with NYEP, meet our residents, be involved in some way, it will affect your life. It will change you.
I love that. We need people that are passionate and excited about organizations like this one. So is there anything else that you'd want our members to know about the program, or anything else that we may have missed?
I mean, for myself, I really love this program. I think, I'm very passionate about what we do. I do believe we do make a big change in our residents' lives. More importantly, me personally, I would want to thank all of our supporters and everyone who support, because you guys make a difference as well. You guys make my job possible. And I'm so thankful to anyone who supports our organization in any way, whether it's they're following us on our social media, or they're checking out our website, or they're donating in whatever way. It truly allows me to do my dream job every day. And so I'm so thankful for all of them. So I would just say thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Cindy. This was a great interview. I love learning more about this organization. I'm so excited to be able to share to our members and offer them an opportunity to give back and volunteer with you. So absolutely, make sure you call her.
Yeah, call me.
Well, that's it for this month's episode of Community Corner. Make sure you tune in next month for our next episode. You won't want to miss it. Also, don't forget to visit our YouTube channel, RSAR Realtors. Click and subscribe to the channel and see all our future episodes and anything that you've missed. Until then, we'll see you soon.